More stars live and free here at the 2011 WYCD Downtown Hoedown. We got the crew from Eaton's Edge in here with us right now. Everybody give it up.
Hey, y'all. How's it going?
Okay, and
Hi,
I do
everyone.
not think you look like David Spade now
Thank you.
because you're about 3 feet taller than he is.
And you got your hair cut.
Ever since I got my hair cut, nobody says it anymore, so
Yeah.
How-
I'm a little bit glad about
So
that.
I wasn't the first person to ever bring that to your attention.
No, you might have been
Yeah.
maybe $5.99 or $5.90, $600, something like that.
I'm always a dollar
So,
short.
but are chicks just drawn to you, thinking you're like a really funny guy? And you know, because girls like the funny guy. Are you a funny
It's
guy?
like, tell us a joke. Actually, you know what, on stage, if we ever, I kind of point Dean out, and I'm like, Dean, he's like,
If there's ever a pause, you know.
but he tells my favorite kind of jokes. He tells, like, the really corny,
They're,
like,
they're pretty lame.
Well,
my
tell us,
jokes are
lame
like
jokes. They're
third
like
grade.
my favorite.
Tell a
Well,
joke.
why couldn't the bicycle stand on its own?
Why?
It
Why?
was too tired.
Oh.
Hey, you
That's
laugh.
a good one, though. That's a good. All right,
That's
another
what
one.
I mean. They're
All right.
perfect.
What's the difference between beer nuts and deer nuts?
We don't know.
So beer nuts are $1.25, and deer nuts are always under $1.
I like that one.
I tell you what, he might actually be funnier than David Spade.
That is.
Hey,
pretty
you know
funny.
what?
I'm telling
Hey,
you.
he's working more than David Spade these days. That's for sure.
Oh.
Ouch.
Yeah, it's good to have you guys. Thank you so much for playing live and free, biggest outdoor concert event anywhere in the planet, and I just lost my transmitter.
Well, he gets that. Let me ask you guys a question. You guys are hot on fire. I'm sure you're touring across the country. Have you guys heard about the WYCD Downtown Hoedown? Have you heard all the rumors of like, wow, cool it is to actually play at this event?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
we hear it's like such a big, festival, and everyone comes out for it. So we're so excited to be here.
It's huge.
Over 1 million people last year.
Over
Yeah.
a
That's
million
insane. I can't even
people.
think about what that looks like. Like,
It's
I can't even think
amazing.
about
And
that.
people think, Detroit, and they might think, oh, is Detroit really a country mecca? Well, 1 million people, I think that
Yeah,
says
I think
it
I
all.
think so.
it is.
I think so.
Crazy. Well, and we've been doing meet and greets and kind of walking around and just kind of scoping out everything, and the people here are just so excited to be here, and that's the best feeling in the world for us to get. Like, we're so excited to play just because we met these people and they're like all revved up just about hearing country music. It's amazing.
They're amazing. We definitely have the best fans, that's for
for
sure.
real.
Hannah, have you ever let your parents live it down that they named you Hannah?
Live it down.
Yeah. Have you ever
Hannah
forgiven them
Montana.
for that?
Oh, well, I'm older than Miley Cyrus, so I don't quite blame them. But I think my name's kind of cool because it's a palindrome. And
It's
you
a
can
what?
spell it forwards and backwards, and it's the same. So,
A palindrome is a word that's spelled the same forwards or backwards.
like
Oh,
race
okay.
car.
See, look, I just learned something new, Chuck. These guys are smart.
See,
too.
Linda thought it was a cocktail.
Well,
yeah, I was like,
it's
really?
a big word.
How do
It
you
sounds
make that
fancy.
one?
When your name's a palindrome, that's the only way that you know that word.
See, whenever-
So I don't
hey,
really
when-
know
You
any
wouldn't
other
have known
fancy
it.
Hey,
words.
whenever I use a palindrome and Linda doesn't know what it is, I just say, Linda, it's a NASCAR driver. Don't worry about it.
Whatever.
I always just refer back to NASCAR, and she goes, oh, I don't care.
Oh,
He
okay,
uses
whatever.
words all the time. Afterwards, I'll go like, "What did that mean? Do you think anybody else got?" He goes,
That's
yeah.
hilarious.
Who have you guys,
That's me all the time, I swear. And I ask them, and they just shake their heads at me.
in your
So-
travels so far as
Me
a
and
new
you, girl.
group, Eaton's Edge, who have you met in the country music business that has rubbed you the wrong way so far? Has anybody rubbed you the wrong
That's
way?
the amazing
think
thing
there
about
has.
country music is that like people really value the fact that the artists are like good. Like, everybody in this business is so kind and so good. And at meeting with radio people, it's amazing because you'll meet people that have worked in other formats, and the first thing they'll say is, "I'm in love with country music. I can't believe I didn't work country before," because the artists and the people and everyone that you're working with are so genuine and they're so in love with what they do.
You know
and
who
it's so
said it
amazing to
best
be
about
around.
country music? The great Kevin Costner. Kevin Costner played the Hoedown, and he was talking with Linda and I asked him, I said, what is your attraction to country music? And he said, people in country music have manners, unlike other genres
really cool. That's
or
really
other formats, and I think that he said it best.
I
Well,
don't know,
and we
Dean.
don't know. We've just been doing country, but we definitely just by hearing other people, it's.
I don't know if all of them have great manners. What did Brad Paisley just tweet at us just
Well,
now?
we,
yeah.
we were tweeting we had a tweet and greet earlier today, and so we were tweeting about how we were trying to think of pranks for the Paisley tour this summer, and we included Brad's name on the tweet, and so he got it. And he wrote back to us. He said, "Hey, here's one for you. How about the headliner comes off and turns off the power at your stage after you prank him?"
Oh.
It's on. It's
we,
on. That's what I say.
Hey, let me tell you something. Brad Paisley is a pranking badass.
Yeah, he
He
is.
really
We're
is.
kind of
Wow.
scared, but we're ready.
Have
for
I'm
you
a
guys
little
tried
scared.
to prank him, or are you too afraid?
We
Well-
actually haven't started the tour yet. It
Right.
starts later this month.
Oh, okay. So are you thinking of
Oh, we're
ideas?
thinking. We're asking everyone. That's why we were asking. asking, and so he saw that. So he's already got a heads up now that we're thinking. So we should be scared, I think.
I know.
Cheryl, you look like the type that could come up with a good prank.
Oh, she
I can
can.
She's
Prank.
mischievous.
She does.
She's
She
very
has a
mischievous.
mischievous look about
So
her.
let me tell you an example of what Cheryl does. Like
See?
this is her.
How did I know
We'll be driving in the car, and she'll like slowly creep up on somebody walking down the sidewalk. She'll roll down your window on her side, and then she'll go, woohoo! And then as soon as you do that, you look that way, right? She looks straight, so the person thinks it's you, and then she drives as slow as possible. And so you're like, Cheryl, go, and she won't go.
Or she'll
Great.
just like put your car in neutral when you're not paying attention.
Right. If you have like the gear shift in the middle, she does that all the time, drives me crazy.
So that sounds like you guys are very safe drivers. And
We are.
We should kind of watch out, right? Be careful,
Everyone
guys.
pulling us
If
over.
you see anybody with Arkansas tags coming down the road, just watch out.
I know.
Oh, that is,
That is
so
funny.
funny. It's good to have you. Eden's Edge, you're going to see them live and free. Thanks for doing our tweet and greet.
Of course.
you.
Thanks
It
for
was fun. It
having
was
us
really
do
fun.
it with you.
You
That
can
was
follow
fun.
us at 995 WYCD. We would appreciate you doing that, and good luck on your big show today at the WYCD Downtown
5
Hoedown.
o'clock.
Our
Come
pleasure.
on down. 5 o'clock today.
5
Eden's
o'clock.
Edge live.
Thank you.
Let's
Wait a
do
minute.
it.
We're not
They're
done yet.
free.
We should close on a bad joke.
Bad joke,
joke.
Dean.
Well, let's see.
Hmm.
Did you give
You're
Dang
just
it.
so good. I mean,
I'm drawing a blank here.
He's like, I
Give it-
pulled
give
out.
it-
I
do
pulled
Hey,
out.
the
have-
rope one. Do the rope one. That's my favorite. The rope in the bar.
Well, okay, so this rope walks into a bar, and the bartender looks at him and says, "We don't serve rope here." And so the rope walks back out, and then he just gets run over by a car and ties himself in a knot and then walks back in. And the bartender says, "Aren't you that same rope that just walked in here a minute ago?" He says, "I'm afraid not."
I can match that with another bad joke.
Okay.
Please do.
Okay.
Grasshopper walks into a bar and says, the bartender says, "Hey, we've got a drink named after you." And the grasshopper says, "You got a drink named Carl?"
Oh.